It is Tuesday, March 21st, 2023. Today I'm doing Elimination Chamber of Champions. Each of the six participants are former champions of WWE, WWF, WWF in Bruno's case. So I got the current champ, Roman Reigns. I got champ from way back, Bruno Sammartino, and that was WWF. I got WWF champ Hulk Hogan. I got John Cena, as you see right in there at this time. I got the Rock, and I got Stone Cold, all one current and all former champions, battling in the Elimination Chambers to see who the champion of champions will be today. And this is the chamber I set up. I put first of all six wrestlers are in game. I didn't use any creative wrestlers, and I wish I could do an 8-man chamber in this game, but you can't because I would like to have added Flair and maybe Brock Lesnar or something, but you can only do 6. I picked 6. I can always do another one and put those guys in a different one. But anyway, so yeah, it's Bruno, Sammartino, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, John Cena, and Roman Reigns battling to see who the champion is here. The champion of champions is here for the bragging rights that who the best of the champions are. The referee look, I like this referee look in there's a different ones. It's the one with the light blue shirt and the black pants. I always choose that ref. I just like that look for some reason. But I guess maybe because I think that's how that was WWF 80s how the referees looked, and I always just like that time period and their looks. And it's the arena is you can't choose. It's just the chamber arena. You can't choose arena. It's kind of like the war games in this game. You can't choose. You're stuck with what they give you. I mean, in war games there's some options, but this there's no choice at all. So they are waiting in the chamber. Stone Cold and Hulkster. And yes, I put the intervals at the maximum of 5 minutes, so that each this match will go a little bit. But yesterday I did a war games with 5 minutes. That was with 8 guys. That was longer. This won't be as long because shouldn't go as long as that one because this one is be 20 minutes to get everybody in there, and it's pin only, so they're only getting eliminated pin because I'm not big on submissions. I like to see a match end in a pin, so this match will only end in a pin. The eliminations only they'll only get eliminated by getting pinned, and so there won't be any submissions. Obviously, there's no countouts or disqualifications in the chamber. And I set the pins so it's only in the ring. So out where they are right now, fighting out on the platform, you can't pin them there. You got to pin them in the ring, just to make it a more tougher way to get the win. But I like how you can set this new this year, being able to set 5 minutes, 3 years. It's listed as 300 seconds, but it's a 5-minute intervals, so it gives them more time to wrestle. I like that they did that. So you can, if you want a longer match, you can set it, but you can go down to 30 seconds, so it's good. The Royal Rumble, the Chamber, and the War Games, you can set all that up to from 30 seconds to 5 minutes, which I like the increase because I think it was 3 minutes in 22, and they increased it to 5 and 23, which is a little change they made, but I like. So this game's out a week. Well, it's out a week, I guess, this Friday technically if you count the standard edition. But if you bought it's out a week if you bought the Icon edition today. And after playing it for a week, I'm loving it, despite some bugs here and there. The turnbuckle problem with I'm sure the patches are coming very soon, maybe today, who knows? But they'll fix a lot of problems, I'm sure. Because with this game as it is right now it's excellent. If they don't patch it again, I'll be very happy. But the patches are gonna make it much better. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of patches too, because I said they had 20. They had 22 had 20 patches last year, so I think it was 20. So this I'm sure this will probably have a lot of work on it. All right, here we go. It's been 5 minutes. The next guy's coming in. We'll see who it is. It's going to be The Rock. All right, the Rock is. I actually pre-selected who's coming in what order, but I won't spoil it. We'll just we'll keep you guessing who's coming in next. So we got The Rock. See, I put The Rock next, so it's him and Roman Reigns gonna go at it. I was thought about having them start the match, but figured I'd have Roman come in, and The Rock and Roman going out at it. Which I'm wondering if this is gonna main event WrestleMania 40. I keep thinking about that. I've mentioned that in previous videos that they're gonna have them main event because it's a big. It's the 40th WrestleMania, and like the 50th. I don't think Rock will be wrestling anymore in the 50th, so. I think that would be a good time to have The Rock and Roman Reigns at the 40th WrestleMania next year. And so we basically got a triple threat match right now for 5 minutes. It's, a nice leap and on a Roman there. So, but yeah, this game is just. I think generally people are enjoying this game. There's always people. Never 100%. There's always people that don't like it, but generally, it's not like 20 where generally everybody hated it. This is more of a generally everybody likes it. I think that if there was a poll, that it would probably more than half would favor this game. They like what they're saying. But there's just the tendency. Maybe I'm wrong, but the tendency sliders don't seem to affect the match enough. If they work at all, I can't even tell. They may work so slightly you can't tell, but I hope they patch those so they're more effective because I really like that's one of my favorite adds to this is that you go into each wrestler and you can change their tendencies for the match, which is just a great feature to have. Which they must have taken from Fire Pro Wrestling World because they have that. They call it the logic. So I've talked about this before, but just reiterating that where they must have gotten it. If you never saw Fire Pro Wrestling World, it's a great game. It just doesn't look like this. It doesn't have the excellent graphics like this has. It has a more looks like this is PlayStation 5. It more looks like PlayStation 2 than 5. But it's a lot of fun, that game. All right, we got a count here. So you got no elimination yet. So they said this match is going to go at least 20 minutes because with 2 starting and 4 guys coming in 5-minute intervals, that's 20 minutes. So this match will be longer. I don't know if you like longer matches or shorter matches. It depends on what mood I'm in. If I'm in the mood for a longer match, I'll take it to slow in the sliders and have a longer match. But if you want to sit down, you got to do something. You want a quick match, you put it on fast and have a quicker match. But I actually put this on slow so we can have a nice long match today. We'll see how this goes. But it's just I think it's generally I actually like longer battles. But just so sometimes you're in the mood you want to have a quick match. That's what's great about that. The slow, normal, fast on the sliders. You can have a quicker match if you want. Especially, say if you're pressed for time, you just want to have a quick match before you go to bed or something like that. It's good to have that fast option. But I probably have more slow matches than fast on the. So if you don't know the game, there's an option. It's a slow, medium, or fast, and it kind of changes how long the match is going to go. And it's basically just the speed to get into finishers, which most of the matches end with a finisher. Seeing a nice, almost like a perfect plex that Cena move, it just doesn't hook him and go for the pin. So I have created Mr. Perfect that somebody put on there's a few of them out there now. But I actually got the rockers this morning, which I was happy to see. I didn't look at them in the ring yet, but I was able to get them downloaded. I'm still looking for the Beverly Brothers. That's who I didn't see on there yet, but they'll all get there. There's a lot of people creating. In time, every guy you can think of will be on this, unless they're really obscure. I guess they'll all be in there. Cena dropped on the ropes there. Oh, Roman just missed Rock completely. That was funny. Just went up and nothing. All right, there's suplexing the Rock. I'm trying to. I won't tell you who's coming in next. Just keep it as a surprise. But I just set it up. I like that you can set up who comes in next, so you can control the match completely for yourself. But here comes number 4. You'll see who it is in a minute. And it's going to be, let's see, the lights go around. I like that they build the tension with the lights. And it's Stone Cold's coming in. All right, so we got, now it's a fatal 4-way. Stone Cold, The Rock, John Cena, Roman Reigns. So eventually become a fatal 6-way if nobody gets eliminated before the other guys get in there. Which with the 5-minute interval, somebody may get eliminated before the other guys get in there. Because I like you can't do them in the chamber. You can do fatal 8-ways in this game, which is something I've never seen. Just have 8 guys in a regular ring, not in a chamber. We got a cover, kick out on Cena. Cena's the most beaten up. I see Roman Reigns and Cena are pretty beaten up already. They're almost all the arms and legs I don't count because those don't change color too easy because they don't. The computer doesn't do a lot of arm and leg moves, so they don't. It takes a while for them. It's most of their head and body, so that them getting worn down more in that area is more common. But it's like if I actually control them, I can go after the arms more and then the legs more and wear them down. But when you do computer matches, it's just they don't wear the arms and legs down too quickly. Because I set that slider at 1,000 on each one, so they're evenly worn down. Because you can change that too if you don't have the game, haven't seen it. But if you ever played a 2K game, you've seen that because they've been doing that for years, going back to I don't know. I think they had that in 2K15. I can't remember, but elimination. All right, we're not gonna have 6 in the same time. Cena is gone. So we got who's going to be the champion of champions? We're down to 5 guys. Yeah, I'd probably set the intervals of them coming in too long. If guys are getting eliminated before guys are even in yet, you probably have to shorten it. Probably 2 or 3 minutes is probably better for the intervals. Because if they're going to get eliminated before other guys, you can't get all 6 in there at the same time. 5 minutes is probably too long, but I'm trying. This game's new. I'm trying. And never had the 5 minutes before because they only had 3 last year. So trying out the 5-minute interval and I have to do this match another time with try 3 so you get everybody in the ring at the same time. But it's interesting because it's cool. The 5 minutes cool because the first 2 guys have time to have a 5-minute match before somebody else comes in. So we got a triple threat. We can go to basically a fatal 5-way, I guess now. If nobody gets eliminated before Bruno and Hogan come in. And a nice power drive into the mat by Roman Reigns to Stone Cold. So we got if you saw they had Cody and Roman face off last night on Raw. If you watched Raw last night, and then I guess they're gonna have a weigh-in with Omos and Brock Lesnar. I guess next week's the last Raw before WrestleMania. They're gonna have a weigh-in. Because WrestleMania is about a little less than 2 weeks now to WrestleMania 39. I'm sure you're looking forward to it. It should be fun. I never hated any WrestleMania. I like some better than others, but I never watched WrestleMania and thought it was horrible. It's always a good show, to me anyway. But my favorite WrestleMania is WrestleMania 3. It hasn't been topped yet to me, but a lot of people like other ones. I think a lot of people like WrestleMania 17, and I liked WrestleMania 6 actually with Hogan and Warrior at the main event. That was exciting, and I'm trying to think the WrestleMania 13 was pretty good too with Stone Cold and Bret Hart's famous match there. I could have put Bret Hart in this match too. There's different guys, and it's the only you had to pick 6. So that was it. I should do another one, put Flair and Bret Hart in it, and mix it up, and Brock Lesnar. Pick another 6 champions and mix it up. Triple H I could put in, but I wanted to kind of go across the time period. So thankfully Bruno Sammartino's in this game, so you could go Bruno to Hogan to Stone Cold to Rock, Cena, Roman Reigns, today's champ. So I spread it across basically 50 years of WWE. from the from the WWF to the WWE, basically. All right, here comes the fifth entrant, and when this one comes in, we'll know who's coming in last. All right, it's Bruno, so Hogan's coming in last. But yeah, so I preset the order I wanted, because you could put random too, which you don't know who's coming in next, which is also fun to do. But I just felt like setting it up the way I wanted. All right, Bruno with a cover there. But yeah, I was very happy. But I believe Bruno was in the game in WWE 2K14 and hasn't been in since, when he went in the Hall of Fame and they put him in the game. And he hasn't. It's the first time he's in, and he's an unlockable. You can't even just have him right off. You have to play the showcase to the end to get him. Which I think I mentioned. It took me about 3 hours to get Bruno unlocked. And you get actually the two unlockables up in here. The WWF 80s Hogan look is unlocked too. So we got a lot of action. I got basically a fatal 4-way, and if nobody gets eliminated, it'll be a fatal 5-way for a bit. Roman's going at Stone Cold, Bruno and The Rock. That would have been something. Bruno and The Rock. That would have been a cool match. Bruno basically retired in the early 80s. He did some stuff in the mid 80s, but I guess his prime was the 70s. So Bruno in the 60s and 70s. But I don't know, his main, when he was at his peak, was probably I don't know, first half of the 70s, into the 70s. But it's because like Hogan was the 80s. If Hulk Hogan was the 80s, Bruno was the 70s. And then and Stone Cold and The Rock were in the 90s. You think of that. And then Cena was the 2000s, and the Roman's current. That's kind of how I set this match up. So I hope you're enjoying these matches I put up. As I love watching them. I love playing this game, but I just as much like setting matches up and just watching them and enjoying the matches, because you can just set up matches that could never happen in real life, like Roman Reigns versus Bruno Sammartino. You may do that match one day. You can't. Yeah, that match could never happen. But with this game, you can make it happen. And or matches like Stone Cold and Hogan, you can do that. Everybody wanted to see that match. It never happens, and then you can have it. And of course, you can recreate matches. You have Hogan and The Rock, Hogan and Andre, all in the games. And yeah, with the created things, you can. It's like I said, you can do anything with this game. It's just total. It's like a ball of clay, and you mold it whatever way you want. This game. It's really a great thing that they've done here. Despite this game's great. Despite 2K20, this game, I enjoy this game every year. Like I said, 2K20 was good if it didn't freeze so much. It was just cool. It was a good game. Had a good roster. I liked it. But it was too frustrating, I guess, to have a match and get freezes or whatever. Especially computer versus computer matches, they get stuck and it wouldn't fix, and you'd have to stop the match. There's Bruno. I like Bruno's moveset's pretty good in this. They did a good job making him as he was. But I mean, they did a really good job. But all these guys, none of them look bad. I mean, the graphics are every year. The graphics are a little bit better. They just tweak them, and they just look a little bit better every year. So I knew this is usually the second edition of a wrestling game or any game, the MLB The Show or Madden. The second edition of the new console is usually the better one, because I guess they learn how to. I don't know how it works, but they learn how to program it better, I guess, with the new console, so it's always a little bit better. So WWE 2K22 was the first version on the PlayStation 5, and this 23 is the second version, so that they know better how to do things, and it makes it better. As I'm sure, and I'm sure the 24 will be even better next year. So with the exception of 2K20, obviously that was I don't know what happened there, but it was freezing. It was crazy that happened. I still played that game a lot too. Anyway, it was just frustrating. All right, here comes Hogan. This is the last entrant, and we're gonna have 5 in there at a time. Too bad Cena got eliminated, so we wouldn't have 6 in a time. And that's it. Everybody's in. So then this match will start. Guys should start getting eliminated, and this match shouldn't go too much longer as guys get eliminated here. Especially like Roman Reigns is all his head. Red is the worst, basically the most damaged if you don't know the game. Just I've said it before in previous videos, but it's black is like completely healthy, like the arms and legs there on these guys. Then it goes to yellow is a little worn down, orange a little more worn down, and then red's the most worn down. So like Roman Reigns, his head and body are all red, so he's pretty beaten up. And he was he of course he was there. He was the second one in. He was I mean he was one of the first two with Cena, so he would be the he's been in there the longest of the guys that are still in there. Say him and Cena would have been in the longest if he was still there, but he got eliminated. All right, we got a count here. See if we got Roman kicks out. So we got who else is the Rock came. They're worn down as according to when they came in. Rock's a little more worn down. It's actually the Rock and Stone Cold are even, and then Stone Cold came in with a 5-minute interval. That's quite a difference. So all right, we got Hogan's beating on Roman Reigns. That would be a cool match. Hogan against the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. That would have been cool. See, that's just great. You can have Hogan versus Roman Reigns. So I'll have to do that one day. To Hogan versus Roman Reigns, because I don't believe I did that match. This is my 41st. Yeah, it's a 41st match I've done. That's it. So, because I try to do them Monday to Friday. I try to do 5 a week. So, this is match 41 for those keeping track. So we got. I love the stun thing. It's like I think I said yesterday. I leave it at maximum stun, so they get stunned for the longest amount of time. So because they can't reverse when they're stunned, so I think it makes the match. For me, it makes matches more interesting. And like that's like Stone Cold's over there. He's just laying in the corner. He's beaten up. Just stun. That stun's going down slow because you can change how fast it recovers and everything. So I have it at maximum. We got a fatal 5-way here, essentially. But yeah, you basically this game you could basically have a triple threat, or you call them a fatal 3-way because they call it a fatal 4-way. So I call them fatal whatever number it is. So you can do a fatal 3-way, fatal 4-way, fatal 5-way, fatal 6-way, and a fatal 8-way. You can't set 7. You can't do 7. You can do 5, and you can't do 7. I don't think you can't have a match with 7. I guess not. I have to double check the settings, but I think you can do 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. I'm hoping one day they add 10 because I don't know if the PlayStation has a processing power or Xbox Series if it has a processing power to go to 10, but I'm guessing maybe it doesn't. That's why they're still at 8. But I'd like to see it go to top out. Maybe the next generation, PlayStation 6, they can go to 10. Oh, nope, 3 count. So this match is going a long while here. Yeah, after all guys are in. Because I said I knew it would be at least 20 minutes because it'd take 20 minutes to get everybody in the ring. So we got yeah, I didn't use any creative guys today. They're all in-game wrestlers. I like this. I set the attributes to make the matches a little longer too, because you can set their offense down so that their hits don't hit as hard. Because sometimes you have, if you set them all the way up, the matches go too quick. I try to balance the matches to somewhere around 10 minutes, so you have a good match without it ending too fast, but not running too long. Then it's like I wasn't in the mood to do a longer match today, so I did this. All right, Hogan may go. He's Stone Cold stunnered. No, he kicked out. He got stunnered, but he kicked out of the stunner. Reminds me that in 1984, Hulk Hogan fought the Sheik when he won the title, and nobody could get out of the camel clutch, and then Hogan got out of the camel clutch. It was great storytelling because the month before Bob Backlund had they threw the towel into Arnold Scullin threw the towel in when Bob Backlund was in the camel clutch to save him. And then the next month, Hogan's in the camel clutch, and I was like, "Oh no, Hogan's gonna lose!" And then and he gets out of it. It was pretty cool how they did that. This is back in 1984. It's on the match is on the network because it's the January 23rd, 1984 house show. It was pretty. I always thought it was cool how they had him get out of the camel clutch like that. So we have the Rock's down there stunned. Yeah, I love this stun. He's like knocked out. I mean, not the Rock. Stone Cold's down there stunned again. Again, actually, he was just stunned. The Rock and Bruno Sammartino. Here we go. It's just Bruno reversed them now. The kicks. Those kicks are pretty, just like Bruno kicked. They did a great job with it. I love how they did Bruno with the moveset. I can't say it enough. It was really great. I was very happy when I saw Bruno was going to be in the game too. I like Bruno, so it was. They got him with the blue. That's probably his most iconic look. The blue tights, the black boots like that. That's they did a really good job on Bruno. And the 80s Hogan I like. There's the mustache is a little thick. I think people have mentioned that. But it's fine. I'm not gonna complain about it. But the mustache looks a little thick on Hogan. They could patch anything though. They could fix that. And you could always do a created Hogan to your liking. But I don't care if the Hogan looks great. It just his mustache just looks a little. It's too much. But it's great. They do a great job. Let's just here we go. Stone Cold. Let's see if the Roman goes out. Roman's. This may be it because he's been in there a long time. Yeah, that's it. Roman's out. All right. So we got a fatal 4-way now. So the guy who's been there the longest now is The Rock. So he's Rock and Stone Cold though they came in back to back, and Stone Cold's been there 5 minutes less, and he's all red as The Rock. So that's it. So one of these guys is going to be the champion of champions in my game here. But I guess we'll see who's watching NXT tonight, or if they got that MLW wrestling too, which is pretty good. Because like this, 4 hours of wrestling tonight. But yeah, and it's NXT tonight, and of course AEW tomorrow. There's no shortage of professional wrestling on TV right now. All right, Bruno's stunned. See, like Hogan beat up Bruno, got him stunned, and walked away instead of working him over more. So now Bruno's getting a chance to get back. That's bad strategy by Hogan to leave Bruno stunned like that. Stunned a long time here. Look, that he's probably I might have the stunned up too much, but I don't know. I just kind of like that setup. Some people may. You could pretty much you can't turn the stunned off. You can make it all the way down where it doesn't last long at all. But like the guy gets dazed and he can't reverse, and you can beat on him, but it goes back the other way too. You get stunned, and it makes a better match. So this game is I'm wondering if there's gonna be a patch this week, because they got I hope the next patch is the turnbuckle problem where you can't put a logo on it. Bruno kicking out. Yeah, Bruno came in 5th, so he's getting worn down, and Hogan came in last. So Rock's been in the longest. Stone Cold was a little less, and then Bruno and Hogan. That's the order they came in. Who's left? So I guess you would favor Hogan to win this, and the Rock's the least favorite because he came in last. So the Rock wins this would be interesting. Rock is a finisher right now. If you don't know that the yellow bars at the bottom of their graphic there with an F in it is the finisher. When there's 3 levels a meter to get up to 3 finishers. So like the Rock has 1 right now, and he's about halfway to a second one. Stone Cold's about halfway to a first one. Bruno has 1, and he's just starting on the second one. And Hogan's about 3/4 of the way to a first finisher. Let's see Bruno. Oh, that's Bruno's finisher, the backbreaker. See, there's no submissions in this, but he can wear him down and then try to pin him. Let's see, and Stone Cold's all red there. Let's see if Bruno. Oh no, Stone Cold got him, got out of it, and then he got away. But Bruno should try to get him and cover him. There's Hogan and Stone Cold, the match that never happened. But unless you WWE 2K, so like I said, that's great to be able to do that. Another match I was thinking about having Stone Cold versus Andre the Giant. That would have been cool too. Have like a that'd be a good match. Or have like a triple threat. The Hogan, Rock, and Stone Cold, like WrestleMania 30, the three of them came into the ring, and they would cool a triple threat between three of them. Let's see here, Rock done here. Yep, Rock's done. All right, we're down triple threat. Hogan, Bruno, and Stone Cold. That'd be a cool triple threat match to see too. That'll never happen, but it can happen with WWE 2K. Still waiting for the release date on AEW Fight Forever. Supposedly it's coming soon because I want to definitely put some of those matches on my channel. But right now, all I've used is WWE 2K22 and WWE 2K23 on my channel. But I want to put those on there. Also, the wrestling game, the Wrestling Code is supposed to be coming. I don't know when. I want to put that on there too whenever it comes out. All right, we see that Hogan and Bruno going out. That would have been a cool match. I think Hogan and Bruno had a tag team match at a house show I think it might have been Bruno's last match too in 1987 because there's a history of WWE website I go to that has all the cards, and there was Hogan and Bruno had a tag team match together. They were on the same team. I can't remember who they fought, but I think that might have been Bruno's last time he ever had a match. All right, Stone Cold. Oh yes, Stone Cold has like the $1 Million Dream on there, which actually he was came in as the ringmaster, and he was managed by Ted DiBiase, who did the $1 Million Dream. That might be why it's in his move set. There's Hogan. Again, Hogan stepping over the top rope like that. He didn't do that. He came in over the second. I don't know why they got him doing Andre's over the top thing there. I should. That's the cool thing. I can go in and edit that so he doesn't do the over the top step like Andre. Because Andre did it and Big John Studd did it. But Hogan came in over the second rope. All right, here we go. Hogan what was he doing? A backbreaker on Stone Cold there. Bruno's getting pumped up. Let's see who's see if Stone Cold goes out next. So if they're going because they're thing is they're going out in order they came in. Probably because I put the 5 minutes. So because they've seen they've gone out in the so far they've gone out in the order they came in. I think 5 minutes is probably too long for this match between intervals. But so I figured to try a new game, trying different things. I probably won't do 5 minutes again. It's a bit much. Now Hogan's stunned for a long time. So nobody has a finisher right now. But we'll see. It's a pretty good match. It's fun to watch this. Fun to play it. Let's see if Bruno stays down here. Nope, he kicked out. No, Hogan with a nice press on Stone Cold. There we go. So see, Stone Cold jump right back up. That's they should stay down longer when something like that happens. But I guess that's where the stun comes in. If they get stunned, they stay down. This is why I set it to the maximum. All right. Oh, Hogan just reversed doing a backdrop to Stone Cold, and now he's beating up Bruno. They got the Bruno's just there. They did a great job with the Bruno. I'm not seeing any problems with the Bruno. How good Bruno looks there. As I said, Hogan looks great, except the mustache is probably a bit thick. But I'm using a lot of the wrestlers in this last week since I got it. They're pretty accurate. I'm happy with them. Let's see. This is cool about a triple threat. You guys fighting each other, and two guys are fighting, and the other guy jumps in behind and gets the other guy. Now Stone Cold's stunned. He gets stunned a lot in this match. Stone Cold stunned instead of the stunner. So we got everybody's worn down. And Bruno, let's see that Bruno. That's interesting that Bruno's the head's still orange, and he came in. Hogan came in last. And he's all red. And not counting the arms and legs. They got to do something about the arms and legs not getting worn down quickly. They need to do more leg and arm moves on them because there's actually a slider for targeting body parts, but it doesn't seem to work. Oh, Stone Cold's ass. They're going out in order. The way it's going. Hogan should win this because they're going out in the order. That has a lot to do with the 5-minute intervals. I think it's like 2 minutes is probably better. And Bruno tackles Hogan. Well, see here it is. Who's going to be the all-time champ, Hogan or Bruno? Because Bruno, these are the two that held it the longest. I think Bruno held it the longest, and Hogan held it the second longest all time. I think. Yeah, of having a reign, not the most times, but having a reign that was the longest run. I think I could be wrong, but I think Bruno held it the longest and Hogan held it the second longest. I'm pretty sure of having longest reigns. Is it? No, Backlund. Oh no, I think Backlund is second. It's Bruno, then Backlund maybe, and then Hogan. I should have put Backlund in here. That would, yeah, that's another. See, there was too many guys. I had 6. I keep thinking of guys. I would need 10 spots to fit everybody I want to put in there. But yeah, but I actually got a Bob Backlund off Community Creations. It looks pretty good. All right, Bruno, boom, double axe handle. And Bruno wasn't a high flyer much. So unusual him do stuff like that. He mostly kept it wrestling in the ring. Like those guys of that time period, they kept it in the ring. They didn't jump off the top rope so much and stuff like that, and jump off to the ring. That stuff got going later, and then now they do it a lot. There's all kinds of jumps, but they just wrestled in the ring. They would have like headlocks for a long time and arm locks, and which I actually like that style better of wrestling. But I mean, it's exciting. The big jumps are exciting and stuff, but the psychology with the wearing down a body part is actually, I prefer that style of wrestling. Let's see who's going to win. Hogan has a finisher, so if he uses that finisher, this may end. But we'll see what happens. Because Bruno, oh no, Hogan's reversed it. Bruno had him. I got the reversals. I think I got them on 50 for this right now. On 0 to 100, I keep it right in the middle. But I could maybe. No, I think that's probably said pretty good. Bruno's stunned. Let's see if. Oh yeah, here's the list. May end the match. All right, because Bruno's all red now. Let's see if he kicks out. It'd be interesting. No, he just said Hogan. All right, Hogan's the champion of champions. All right, I hope you enjoyed the match, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.